What you come at you?
That's what you so.
Now, and pump to say,
Yammy to me, be okay. No so much to say.
And I did the young quache. Yes, you are your pa. I don't pay you as I say what year so now. Dear Kai, at the end, of course, Bawku, many would have thought, say, Nanka disturbances no above from Kakra. Oshe the military, idea called the police task force, Woho. Any one more so mobile buying no. I mean, in recent times, now you said that they didn't be free or ever. All of a sudden, and there is a massive distraction our care in that enclave. What is really happening in that part of the country?
I'm sure. Na I'm sure it's you for. You know, you're to come here. Bawku conflict. Having how many years? And Bawku conflict. I think. Na you must say country brain and now a day may about 45% of your budget. That be our concern crew back also. 45%
Kessben
of interior budget. Bawku for the states can now, interestingly, for your information, Bawku conflict, escalating abroad, new government, about power. There 4 months time. You can go back and check from Rollins 92, Rollins 96.
Okay.
And then before 2000, before 2004, 2008, at Mills, President Mahama, back again, another down for the check. Election year, no matter, no make the country in the budget. Beginning of the year, you allocated budget and I know must start it. So what does it mean?
And this has been the trend.
This has been the trend. And this is the trend. Bearing in mind and not forgetting, say, from Jerry Rollins and then dating back from independence, 1957, northern region, northerness, that's our northern region in Upper Volta. Northern region, almost form about 73% of interior ministers and defense ministers because of Bawku.
I see.
President Mama, will you shoot too? The first 4 years. Now the Dankwa, will you shoot and Brisbane 8 years or 7 years? Our interior, or you should need to 8 years.
Our defense.
Our defense. Check it, President Mama. Maakye interior, Kumbwa defense. Go back, President Kufuor, back to back, Rollins, Alhaji Mama Ali Dusu, defense. And one day, one I used to two interior. All in the good name of two tribes in the north called Kusashi Mamprusi. Question is, an ethnic fight, chieftaincy fight, and now say, they claim say a chieftaincy. They say chieftaincy there, Papa. Also, your Mamprusi here, remain Mamprusi here. Make the Mamprusi for so. We are Kusachi here, remain Kusachi here, need the Kusachi for so. Papa, that's a problem here.
Dabi.
Na me a Mamprusi here. Me a Mawa sa se betra so. Mo me chama se. Me Kusachi here. Me so mo na sa se na betra so. E am so na be ye adwuma. Also be chama se papa that didn't make any sense. Yenya aban Bawku. And then you know that look here. We are Mamprusi here, do Mamprusi for so. We are Kusachi here, do Kusachi for so. If you are not catching Chubia, no Bian, Ketubia, and Chubia. Papa, I don't know. Papa, I don't know. Now, leave India out. Political party out, political party in. NDC in power. Kusachi 40 years. NPP in power. Mamprusi 40 years. Now, you must say, you're not combined team, military, BNI, customs, immigration, you're doing in our court. You never could go hotel. near cover bottom, near global operation feed, operation money, accountable and unaccountable interest. Now official, military, you need your call, IGP account, only had the cover. Tikano and Rani said, Minister of Interior, Oja Parliament, Mr. Speaker, we need a contingent right budget. In Interior, budget to be at the Kubiano the next day. Next answer. Because, sir, let's hear the police detail. You detail policemen, you deploy police about 600, you deploy military 600 near Doma Kuguo. Omukwa rom sakwa ko nice girls no mako go comfortable lead. Omuba here the another team.
Omukwa wo ho.
Koko a peacekeepers no mama a woman push kuchasi from rolling time. Omukwa wo dey control statement say bi yasano. Baba enti dia chen say na bisa say your military and your police, and your immigration, and your customs, and your all the paramilitaries for you now could go on. I'll tell you a simple say. Ghana or barracks or Tamale.
Yes.
Tamale to Kobiano. Ghana or barracks or Takrade. State battalion and to Kobiano. Your barracks is Sinani. Ubianco and Tokaso Libya Yasho Homoda. You also have four in the Gubama camp. And you could be and Timatin your 4B and Kumase. You must say, but now hotspot away to country budget. And you can see classroom blocks. And funny about 3,000. And colony said a military base and from Bawku. That could go for infinity. So you be how would you show the military and the budget and the helicopter cover the petition signals near the jet helicopter near the Abba. No defense minister team, no police IGP team. No. And then you can't training team uses Carol. And from building military camp. No more friends just hey, not pushing it. Do not push it. You start saying it, do push out it. Like a sad problem, we say no. And you're once and for all. And then you every see Kokoma and in the number. No one foul. Our market. Yes, we butcher until you know them sick and every year be all critic crisis. Not police problem. That the same thing I caution no should be. It took one police officer. That time you need combined team of police and army working together. No police in Libya near Federal and Kaki. You can go and check police records. I know the police peacekeeping. I don't call not. No, you pay we do all no person who can paper police follow, not catch a police for instance. Anything movable, Obia will clear you be at the Chichakata be Angola. Obia can work from Biano, shoot the person down. That was the end of Nalumba Konkoma issue. Obia and Kumbi. Now, Papa Yemusa said, Entimin ethnic cleansing and your tribal because, shall not. That tip of the Bawku belt, you know. And now I want to hold you all the minority tribes in Ghana. Yuma for Isalashim, Bugangashim, Kangagashim, Mushi for bigger tribal settings in a Mampushi and a Kusashi. But other Bimo Badia Dadinano, the people whom you go. The Mamimuso, I dare say. Omote Komoko. What is that for Kubi Ama Pusi?
Dabi.
What is that Dagati for Kubi Ama Kusati?
Dabi.
What is that Wala for Johnny? What is that Dagoma for Johnny? What is that Konkoma for Johnny? What is that the Lumba for Johnny?
Kessben.
What is that body a Gonda Fako Johnny? Into a fellow, it's a fighter, it can be contained because two tribes. And will be answered or not for only into a problem as a nation, you say. Speaker, I mean, show government now being the Fourth Republic 32 years, only the 8th 99 government. It is a lie. Obi anya na just solve Bawku problems.
With all the commitment in Obi anya na just solve.
Na over solve as na mi bisa and say, intimate travel Galga land. But intimate travel even Navrongu. Goose from Kakao. Isala from Kokao. Dimoba Kokao. Intimate problem na Udi military Kokoda hotel. Onkwada guest house. Onkwada tent them near Botano. Now it's also what the nature and said. Who build the military camp or her? Now sit down and Kumipa and Plenipa and Sanya the matter few. Papa from rolling time I make a few of Bokwa criminal, but judgments of a problem.
Dabi.
President Kufo used to defense Sebi or you should interior the same thing. Omokoye. Could you believe? Do you know? Sir, President Kufotam, or require the curfew or longer than we are. It means solve a problem. Curfew is not a solution of this matter. Now, a idea Ghana government and all the governments, you should buy no. You want to call you her cheap tendency in Germany escalated the BR. Thankfully, thank God, the citizenry and the citizenship being the Ghanaians, you know. The time to also be community, the be Ashanti Kingdom, another King Kingdom, another Ashanti Kingdom say, yes, why a logo term, near Kosovo, near there, non pursue alliance for them. The country is blessed. You need to have in the fact, you need to escalate. So the military can contain, the government can contain. So why are they not doing it? And they are not doing it because, sir, Obia the play politics. So minister and other time interior, minister and other time defense, Obia will intimidate the interest. The interest in the problem in the escalate. The interest in the weapons. The interest in the ammunition. The interest in the accountable interest. I'm saying this, sir. If that is not the case, there fight intimate travel out of the borders of these two ethnic backgrounds. Incident in a winter solve. Now you're showing the power and now you are coaching crew. You keep the Yaku, Yakinipa, Yakumpra, Yakumpa, for no beer. And they are not armed so much.
Okay.
They are not armed. And yet Al-Kawad, and yet Boko Haram, and yet Al-Sadin, and yet Al-Qaeda, and yet ISIS, and yet only vigilantes, only Protestants, only any form of rebel or terrorist. They make any. They are not terrorists. They are not rebels. Only organized Al-Qaeda responsible with every. Then you can see that you're dealing with national issue. And yet ISIS, and a dash, they need guerrilla warfare. And when your friend say, sister and rebels, they don't need power like that. They are not vigilantes, so many of the fee. Obiana and even the fee. Now, here I'm quite say, only the uniform team could start for Amon Gunium. Man, pretty for Gunium. They strike in and they strike out no bush. Then you know, so you're dealing with it. But interestingly, Ghana land, a year six there, and the subjects of the town in the room, these people cannot go and hide and hold up in anybody's farms. And they are control country now, yet me a rebel uprising. It's home free. Home before, under the darkness, no matter from me, and they are quite classy. No matter from Basik or Motu. So now we use the Gano, and the Bukabukan. If you don't know the Ashan Atadiaki, we are showing the farm at Adiaguso or the Basik cop. In don't congregate out of the beer. In Colum Kucha, and the Anomaca, the Mokumipa, or where you are not from Basik, where you cannot see in the farms, no matter fee. What is the best of that you be on Crano? Is it a fight? Our government means to sorrow. And let me tell them, Ghana every soldiers 250 every year. A good play every South Sudan. Okay, Ghana caught Lebanon for the past 50 years is running Lebanese war. Ghana ko ECOWAS. Ghana ko Africom. How many fights any ECOWAS? Argentina young Kuma. Ghana Army are seen as professionals and one of the best in the eyes of the UN. Combative group.
Kessben.
And for Mr. Speaker, what to console let you know. Who would have to Colabano? Now go peacekeeping. Now go South Sudan. I will the police for Kwako peacekeeping South Sudan. Who peacekeeping now Bawku the day.
Interesting. And of a winning in no a bit Korea saying because your short background that with the Amaye and the education that you want to pay it presupposes I said the Kubi were trade the benefit conflictpreneurs no no woman yama pina the frame was a piece no ama. So what ought to be done? Because what the can suggest is instead of wasting so much money, say you be renting hotels and guest houses and the military no say yes serious as I said you military base Bawku itself. And only one suggestion I want make it. But in the interim, we also know that there is a committee for Edanwa. President Ashe from the Nado, basically President Mahama said one share na asumdwe enteme emraho. Will we be able to make a headway with such an arrangement?
It's not possible. The two for President is not possible. Possible and say you don't expect and hope and expect the Asante Hini. So Obeka plea. Nasha Biafra, Asante Kingdom le Gano. No ko only man prison in Akotata. No ko only Kujaji in Akasa. Then on anything. Emi join us and to move to Maakye and say, Sabi, man prison over to Kujaji. When they no consume. Santini can never do that. And you will never ever do that. You know why? Only the only kingdom. Only the only kingdom. Into a 2 man point. Which took money, which took maybe a Atlantic kingdom beyond him. And that was designed enough. Man pushing a bit of could do, I could to Boganaba. A bit of could to Boganaba. Or let me do him for some now. Majority of the say. And the 2 folks are all this. Talk to them, say, young over peace prevail, a peace was a worker. But unconforming peace was a no. Man, prison for in a say, as a Kusati in a Basumno. In this occasion, be near bar. The independent be near bar. The president be near call for her. Man, prison in each church to quite Kusati in dignity. And now Kusati in each church and man, prison in dignity. It's about that. It's a national program, Bawku. Are you aware?
Yes.
No, you are aware.
Yes.
Ukwaye national programmer, ube invited the 2 gates. Your battles one day overlord, no. One is over late. The honor say will be no overlord, and to me at the end of the day, no natural attention up bar, seat of them. You give me a and see, government in your national program, Biao. Doctor Nadenkoa Usru. Net Nadenkoa Usru. Teacher Nadenkoa Usru. Meaning, said, the teacher by mistake. Akobu Kusatinia at the problem, ba. Obu Mampusinia at the problem, ba. And is it different? Say, Ghana, there was some funny, excuse me to use the word, foolish and tokobia. Country needs to talk over 30 something to 40 years. Alabama and Nkunya. Have you forgotten?
I remember
Alabama Nkunya. A Tiabofre, we need to learn from Tiabofre, look at it. And a quick one, 15, 13, and a good year. And we only call our bunch of a strip as I say 1 acre. At the time, the other government in Sudan or Pakistan talk. Alabama Nkunya on Timus support. And you be meanwhile, Alabama Nkunya, let the BNI upon BNI. National security upon national security. I always taking Kumo to take signals of renewable energies of fight. And so yet, every year, the annual Kumu do them. Near Kumu, near Alabama, to the sense that before the bar, it will cry about you will see body. Then when you follow them, no makoji, and I way round. And I done a shisha in me, and it's a sort of free, and then the diabetes. Then this idea, Mama, the prognosis, the diagnosis, and then the answers. And they say, and then clean your disobedience. Let's see, I'm no say, well, over to logistics, all the Prince Gua car, all the police car, all the police armor car, I can't know no being no more build the barrier. What's the barrier? And then the confront to go around the barrier. Because she the net town. And then she the net town, I yank you be about in bicycle, so if you crash in Crano. That you are question crew. Yank you be a political will. How many people are you going to visit?
Now, over, we will wrap it up now. Yes, how about the people suggested say conflict a long overdue? A bay I withdraw military for the police and Honina. Now you know one more kwan, one bra, one bejay.
Baba, as a country, you cannot share that kind of an idea. People say that out of emotional anger, which sometimes, why you care for anger better. But the matter remains, say, what me know can say, if you are saying I can me, if you are papa di ewo, family is only na California. Family is only in fantasy. Then no media. Fantasy na your family, uko family na family. You teach you will be aware public servant or police in your free south. You are civil servants. Three different tribes, different regions. How many Kubi? Are you saying say Yenyano, Yenyan Sodom and Gomorrah? That's Kuma. You don't know who they are killing. It affects everybody. That is not the solution. The solution is say there's a mama only no also. It's a Molly Bamboy. You must say His Excellency the President said Molly Omako. Damangu, that Savannah region, but your Damangu Omako. Kabuba, Nevacho Omako. They all know.
Kessben.
They all know, sir. Man prison Tiasi in Tiasi. They all know, sir. Interior ministers from the north cannot help. They all know, sir. Contingency budget no mudino. Only thing military need it doesn't help. They all know, sir. And you need to me more. Church, you need to me more. It is a matter of setting the 2 days. Man prison between your call. Who thinks Kusasi, who thinks man prison? If you are going to kingdom.
Very well. Over. Matthew was here no pain. Mame Nas. Yensi barracks so home.
Yen fata combined team no. Any barracks yes, Kandiska on the barracks for everlasting people. The barracks no hold here. The MI military intelligence, the CID for intelligence, and then the national security intelligence. Omo pekia. Papa, all the world said. No ma question woman, papa, no ma question that. Tapu yaba in ada. Na do mu say puso de nya ono sabi ono aye voter. Ana kani on take out omuka. The signals kwa na mo peki intela. Omo kom tum kasa monte. And I wouldn't interest in it. The Ghana police here deployment. Ghana me here deployment. I wouldn't so more far soldiers and police from that region. They got creative tension and my police only to know. If you are on free region, no start the horror. They didn't quite only for it to be. It's one of them because the Catalan clan know better. Apart from Bawku.
Okay. Very well. Mami now I no pay. I'm grateful. All right. Enti Farouk Awahab ada menino edi and come on extensively on what is happening. Hello, I don't pay one more dollar. But you ada ye did you media no edit. But you yum lotion yeah. Specially made lotion and what drama so say pay with the general body pain and a Hawaii but your abdominal cramps and a air taking severe headaches, migraine, neck pain and a air taking but your obeying and obey you yum herbal lotion na ebeboa we ebetu ya oni nyina no ase ede cho wa wunda hodo edida down nine na waya enko anope so yom herbal lotion na ebetu pro na se ede am arthritis na hawa adwia yusubi ebeboa we ye pa jo herbal shops ni nyina no eto anope GB na ebeboa we 0244-730-295 0244-730-295 and after 0302-945-146 na when it yom herbal lotion in command pay. There's a lot of conversation about Galamsey. The recent one, no, issues a border on the deportation of foreigners. The Interior Minister, Foreign Affairs Minister, so Abba Bepe, so say any yachi womo instead of say you be prosecute your jail womo Ghana hano. We should allow say womo ebe deported womo. We akwakofa nsembebe na no ediaba na enkomo Interior Minister Ramuntaka ana esha siye ediba betu dwa na ehun komodie no akwakoye nsembebe ma many the national president edima the concerned small scale miners association any enkomo pepra ewo ahomaso oni autorika bachi. Hello pepra, good morning. Okay, we'll get Pepra back on the line. Na yene no Eddie and Common, but my enkona yentie Interior Minister, Oramu Barak Montaka na yentie no emra ni justification tia or proposes a foreigners involved with the destruction of our environment. No, yachiwa mua deportation no ana SSA ye na afe Ghanaians they deserve to be prosecuted. But my yentie Minister na yemra.
Because I say you don't answer you mumma Abraham for security background. Because I say you don't answer you what is somebody who go to war now for their bed. Wow, but do answer bed. Somebody I know you know or person about to us. Now and now say can say yes me ehia e paano. Yes I shame you. You caught if you caught forest or an answer can say side. Na say you pick up motor, excavator. I think you know. They say you have chances number. They have money. The chances number the bar. CID, Monco, DVA, Namuku. Why and the idea of William. Namuka Chomoka. And they say, three things about fighting this girl themselves. They decline. Who are we Ghana be a better or be a local? The doesn't mean as we did here, I may Ghana says I piano. The rock of Pedura, our high mouth. Now you know Afro. And Minister, we did. Simple, I started every Mr. Maakye we say, Sebu, you say, Mrs. Police paying be a walk and say, piano. Mama order said, you mean I'm from. Now you have a phone. And you be a commander, divisional commander, walk along say, piano, me say, who come, make us a welcome. You say, watch now, watch it. What did you with home? Because what's now, what did you say? And you with home. Now you have for us up. And they are, because I policeman, I for night do on. Yahoo Sakaya was a big UFO. Now, as Yahoo said, give me a new China for any one free Amanon and you do now. Kessben. Every Buha and somebody on William. And since I hear by me, Maka, as I said, Yachi, Obia will go again, no, a Ghana site. And now we're a forest agent here. And I said, well, your computer fraud. Yɛne asɛbia na yɛde wo bɛkɔ okuro. Na since I'm by
that is the Interior Minister, Ora Muntaka speaking. Said wano echeche mo and she say any be a buying aye in the fight against Galamsey. What near mudi go akwemu I be making sure say you bet me acutely the challenge. Many people any and come one your national president edema the concerned small scale miners association. The right ultimate car when you imagine.
Is that speaker me Jozo?
Now empomo to saying
I don't know homo bro.
Then as a son of a wagia so now the kai him said the minister akan Mwaswati be right?
Yeah.
Mojen is saying say they no foreigners no yet you mo yen deport you mo. Is that the right way to go?
I think I have mean share with you for na mean share was for so I think say we BSP saying in Rebecca 2011 2012 time His Excellency Atamos ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na Omuwabe Muno. This is what happened. A boy at least Ghana deported getting to almost 1,005 Chinese to Omukrum. Sarge made the deportation in Bayano. We had a drastic low rate of Galamsey. We decreased drastically. And I have always reiterated, say Galamsey Kuno, say, you bet to me a Kunedi Kunima. When we take this Chinese out, the Kuno, say, they are fighting more 80%. In the sense that Ghana for now, say, Omo any Katano Muyedman. Emra or why bet to me. I make sure some more. You bet me streamlining or more activities, no more to me minor responsibly. So I would say it's a good initiative by the government in a sense that Nipano Nijumano no the machines they are confiscated to the state. 10 years we that's some machines no more do for me good no. You bet me they through higher reclamation. It's something said a supporting. We support the deportation. Nemum, baby, I have a problem. Say, who solve the problem back? Now problems name. Now back na canon so no. We who call out the best no. No, and I yes small scale miners. Your challenges. Because the Ghana needs to come. Now China need at least trying to. Ya didn't know money in say baby or a human course in later best me as a use suicide equipment in the Akataswa. And on the idea a louder. Name Ghana for no way. These are questions I the time
exactly so because again, Pepra, you and I are very much aware, say a large chunk of Ghanaians are a year Jumain, a year foreigners in the sponsor woman. Dodo na no machines in the crowd woman to talk. I mean, these same people are Sika. Yes, and the question is that Nipa no sponsor ye to machines near Diano or no who deportino without allowing the person to face the laws we have in our state. Knowing very well that Nipa na babe perpetrating crime and an illegality on our soil, okay? Na se wo call aqua prosecute the average Ghanaian na. Are we being fair when it comes to the application of our laws in this country?
In a sense, fine, these measures of deporting samples, and foreigner, so they are mind Kobono cow prison, say, or be feeding a day in and day out. Uncle name own thing and abuse. The equipment in the season. The Indian Ghana for ya, said you could pick us and shovel. Said you join your my way. On why nothing so be mining. So country as well make sure says I need pana owning Katan. Same Katan who here everyone the Yamana age man. They are monitoring the Jumana. That's all no so they will go to prison now by so abon Hokada. So I think in the coming days, you are writing a petition to the Interior Minister. Say the deportation we support. But you are said be able to way a community no yes are the way. Some family go to prison command. Say if alternative livelihood project be and I buy the paper. Now, no, so 7 is a corner, na galamsey ni wijai. At least a Ghana. So you make it saving farming, minding a lot of these people will not engage in galamsey. They rather engage in farming to get money.
Ebra, you and I know, sir. One more year galamsey say who sika ba woman sem no. Okaso binya need to know kodo for a bed in real assessment.
It's about survivor. Okay. That is why I made in number 2 at the Abba. Se galamsey na nipa so obeya. Ye man in Kata. See, Abba is bringing something a friend cooperative mind. In the 10 times on our family, the cooperative no, the nipa 4, 5, and I'm officer moye mine and I'm on Kamumbu Mumra. Moye Mutai plan are buying through the district assemblies no. Ye Bema or Sankata no, I'm waiting there, Akoyejima, which is in their manifesto. So in Pimpina no minister and facade anymore. Say maybe Brina said the money in Kata monitor mono, you make sure say. So Mudino, at least Nipanas will be legitimized. And as you mine in a sustainable or responsible way in the country. You know, say Chinese, you know that aspect we support. They should be deported. Omonyo when na yemfa yensanto so enko dia ban ho baby a say be asset dey fe be polluter place. Sa you made no ma pollu or ma say ensase ni nya sa machines ni use we can sell it, a bank can get money out of it. No ultimately demand. But before now you teach more no you didn't go to media. That is one thing we don't support. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. It's a challenge media finance on the uncle. Who be beginning now them.
But even with that development, you know, I mean, Ebiasipai, Yeche Aisha one in this country, the same people who are in government no suggested say in deported Aisha one, and you have equally made the example say Ebiasi ama ye deporting Crawford. Now Aisha one was deported out of this country. At the long run, no, Osanso finding her way into the country. Ebetna o my move for over 6 to 8 months. Na obia nim say Aisha one ababetna Ghana ha. Even to a far extent, the dean was sesano, the passport in the BBA was sesano. And how are we sure? Say upon a near in the past, I tried this particular system. No, I mean, this deportation regime, no, which still exists, no, eba. Say no near the year Juma, it will help us solve the problem, and they will go without coming back again.
There are a lot of time for the deportee of my baby to be Mayo. Aisha one is an exception case. The Bawku video Obeyasu as and finally Obaye Patriotic them and that's what they I was even arrested based on Aisha one issue. Obaya.
And then not any year, Jumana.
No, one to this story. When I Obaya, you know, no, ye Juma and Obaya, no, please, yeah, we were part of before we were blown cover, and based on that, you know, a chimney, my miss, I born, say, my main catch on one assembly before Christ the milk court. What you say? And you know, you know, say it one quantity with the deportation. There are thousands of people like deported to be my. But a bear there about could be the bears to batch it. But anyway, an exception. What them patch it? And two, if we're able to take these foreigners out of this mining scene, Galamsey Kuni are fighting 80% because some equipment in the in the forest because all the forest results are here. I say in 44 forest results are under previous government. They were all done by Chinese, and nobody can contest the making because the evidence is there. And they say indirectly, you protect your forest reserves. Now, at the end of the day, we want to get rid of these people. Indirectly, you are fighting on 80%. Ghana for this whole thing, and I'm more those capacity like this Chinese. And then there are a few. Okay, and you know, yeah, problem no. You say before no. Quite bad na buy to the name faso. Na you say they no go to prison. Na you say any life. And Galamsey issue no, a very dynamic and a very sensitive one. A socio-economic problem. Meaning that the anybody bread and butter issue.
bread and butter issue and yes so issue because as and also future no will have to benefit. So the bread and butter issue no omo ye ne nanko omo ye ni ya sanki ye nyina te bia ye gina mu ye.
That I am not condoning
bread and butter issues, you know, but they've taught you the rightful ways of getting those bread and butter issues, you know, to yourself. But when you go and you are causing that level of destruction to the entire society and community, should we say because your bread and butter issues, you know, we should just allow them? To foster the level of impunity.
The work, it is absolutely right, right? Send me support Ubia or Galamsino. Because yes, small scale miners, I could encounter. Sometimes when these people go about Jomuyana, they could do achieving Edema police. The evidence are there. What you say. But we need to as well understand. Look, we need to manage this problem. Mr. Speaker, every day we are the issue now company we are and what is next? But we manage the problem. We know where the problem is coming from. Now, what to me, no beginning. But here, you know, bottom up approach in the use. Most of the times, you could not say yes, over there or down. That is the reason why Ubeka minister passes drones a kotoba no win. Dr. Paul Watson, catcher Ghana for say, drones no more the district now, drones in Yuma, Ubiasa, Manako, Bobiana, to na drones in Nigeria. They are told drones getting to $5 million. No, you say the fighting galamsey, not sad drones, we be catcher Ghana for you, says sad drones in Nano, Udimobia, Nipano, fighting galamsey, no, I said, I'm a drones. You know, that is the reason why I make us say. Sometimes young can say problem na say.
I see.
Say a problem na say young can say control drones. Abraha, you who so more monitoring no. Yeah, man, power. What is the matter? Look, as we speak now, and no one will nana cost of my way. Minerals Commission and Kabai by restructuring Nanka cost or resetting our cost now starting for Minerals Commission. Because Minerals Commission Biano, a crime scene. Perpetrated the Breba, yes, Minerals Commission is part. In Tankanimu, you see, or Minerals Commission board, and cause a permanent. But what you say? If you know, look, if indeed a person is solving problem now, and a complex, who saw her, no, I saw her, no, I saw her. But who saw her, no, who solve a problem because that particular place, you know, every more when you go. And that is one thing I actually hear about.
Very well.
And I said, Nipa penny concession, right? Who apply with concession? Processing in Nipa Faso, or no yen sign the manu. Baby, any fair mining in pool, any place, Sabi, yeah, demarcated for small scale mining. Once a warning moon, near the movies on for small scale mining. And the previous government, I said the Union the boy forest and in South Mobile. Community mining in Ireland or forest reserves under this Minerals Commission. It is a boy acquire mobile. Now, so be a man and make sure so be protected your forest near you. It's because community mining or forest reserve. And I have all the facts, the evidence is clear. It's a permanent. If indeed, but you see, and I had the Adrian Koshe and Nankopoye Galamsey, but Galamsey, no one Kasana Kosono, it is in the Minerals Commission. What you say? It's in all these things, you know, we need to put structures in place. Say, yeah, when you know, yeah, what I feel, okay, I didn't know any Kata or Muye Diomope. Then decentralization now, I buy Abbas worker. They are in them. So that at least a bit more temporal license or district level. That's any to me monitor you this is number. Then at least I buy no trade no I saw the mining gas Obeka, which was a very good initiative because you say what I say. And you know the issue now that with Galamsey no. Look, it's becoming bigger than the country.
Very well.
And Ghana Apina here to move 5% too.
Yeah, today Ghana. Good, definitely 5%. Now 5% you grant one more saying you must say.
That's it. It is a way to me managing our fighting problem. Now you fail because this problem is a managerial problem. Look, you come Malawi. When we went to Malawi, we realized that Malawi 4 years nipo mubumraso. Sorry, omumbraso. They are there to the rules of the country. They call ya a tromo. They kaya. Look, ma at the good. What's the name? Initiatives about. Now they are mining. Omunsi say. Every coast there. We went there. And the question is, look, problem ni na say kofo nyankata omuyejuma. Now, I look at every post open concession. Within 4 days, we bring licenses to mine. But we don't take a common no mono there. Open licenses the amount, but it's to the men found Zanka. And they are mining no moons there. What is it? In the Argentina, Ghana, I hate to be called places. Look, me look at Nigeria, I have mostly mining. Meaning, we taught them. Nigeria small scale mine. What is it? Nigeria are buying so to fight Galamsiana.
And as a more dear, Momo crowd of Bebre, Omo cross license, ya the concession, ya demarcation, be Biadiama, Obe him no, now was said they did the training concession, no, and then that becomes an illegality. It's a more tre a for association educating for yet people within the same system are ye won him the man the bros, no, are still causing a lot of distractions. They say,
So you should understand, sir. Say to me catch the afu from muti uti. Na Ghana ha. The same thing I come and call for okay, this is water. Yeah, boy. And I kawe krum na ya. It means it's a managerial problem.
Okay.
The moment you try to fight something, the same thing will fight back. So we shouldn't be seen there fighting Galamsey. No, we will fail.
Very well.
Get the military nearby. You didn't military nearby. You the Vanguard by Vanguard 1, Vanguard 2. You the Hot 1 or 2 by. You do you can use bomb explosion. You call military no more jagging that to brana excavator na blast. I didn't think there a problem necessary because sir you made you now you mean sustain it too. That was not the solution to the problem. Until say you know as a mine because okay panocha no look so gold no what they combine the first between ye yen fire dream ko na ebe make sure okay the output ma mining nim no ye the adwene a ho din na ko okay mo say mo pese mo je nkata no ye make sure say management in the age only baby you see air course why yen fire adwene course why ye nhwe ni ye be lose the last river Ghana that river water no as we speak now, and perform Musu go Buzo, yes, Jumedi, no Mutin so Moyen. They are showing here that the last river or Ghana are done tourist attraction because Nina a managerial problem. Look, that place, should be declared as a restricted area. But the economy not commission is only what baby at the amount of Usomuntu from a good year. So this is a managerial problem. Yantiana Kapum National Park. No, you did it. Under this business commission, CACU. Omodi command for some perspective. Won't be coma. Media for your one of Kayan, Sana they backtracked. So such a president officer, now at the end of the day, Kagalamsi as a Galamsi, no, I start the business commission. As a country, you can't see this city. That I know, sir, with this government, Namia Dumdia. For the things of Modibi go up and money there. The Namibaya do man the Anoma assessor.
May that say, I'm grateful. Why?
That's the part of
okay. And the national president tell about concerned small scale miners association that Medino Edding Comono. Mamma, now I've watching Namana Quaba. Government Pomaji. Yeah, Kwame Jesu. I'm bomb to say, Yamia Dumara Kwame. And I treat the Ampo say, next Friday. Harrison, Margie.
Mejuzo.
Yeah, to say.
You nana.
BBA come.
BBA come nana.
Abai mu ye oh.
Oh, abai mu ye.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And how did you okay? Abai de mu ye.
Congratulations. President Mahama Kwame Appiah.
First no ba was say onumsuo.
Aye.
Is it now the party wa be?
Quran take you over.
Kojo me boa.
And Kwame take you over National Democratic Congress. And Kwame is a good sign.
And Kwalani binso abanzo e mafia.
Oba say we mura da afi no.
I remember. Kwalani bebre e mafia. se CEO si ya bobo modin na kwachi for super say o streamline institutions in communication and public relation na or the your friend is saying party communicators they said the unia ko joti hey na or the na ko institution or the need ho no ma CEO ni said Debbie even though you appoint to be head of communication and corporate affairs men you wa because me will be me person me dey be na sa CEO no no gina platform be so na boat boy ha sa nipa no party for na call campaign na ewia anopa ye di omo atem you see bebre na akotena US party ni ba power no womo aba womo ba enso mdo musika be gi position no womo lobby ha womo nim baby a position ye che no na afenpon boys ni bebre aye ha de wo be ka ho asem se President Mahama yusu youth ni bebre aye mo appointment so mo nkoye head of corporate affairs and communication for the state owned enterprises ye kwa ni reject wom
Kwame na mi anim ni kure ni kwa
Remember ye wa list ni nyina wa ma me mo bobi nkyere wa nsa kra no wato aso me bobi a kyerɛ osisi a se wo mo de kwafo ne kwa then they reject them wo mo de o mo kwa ya mo se da bi ana me wo bi wo ha no ma nka obeya ama me enti no o de kɔ later mefro he ye de your friend is saying Gaming Commission mini aba akọ your friend Owusu Banahene ye de ne kɔ ho CEO na okɔ a your friend is saying Buffer Stock CEO ni said there be on pe Kwame Frimpong wo ho Charles Akowia Bono is right regional communication officer womo de ne call Bui Power Authority womo see there be womo mpense wo ba be corporate affairs manager I mean you think about it and you don't get it everybody with you bebre na nso abado womo anya omo die o womo abo omo brawie womo akọ aban institutions ni mu nyina aye adwuma akọ retirement ni asa akọ for omo de omo ababeje appointment no and those people are saying say wo na wo ye youth na wotina radio ni so defend the party ye ma corporate affairs ye ma wo meye ye ma anya adwuma I have a lot of list to handle ma from Monday ye be ye ho adwuma na abisa on say
Kwame President Mahama is he too busy to check all these things? Because Kwame dia o can say any nyai pa.
Time. Fair enough.
A recipe of disaster. If
Recipe of disaster no dey.
She.
Na ye ka chere CEO no won that mono. Managing director. Ablante we do be na adwumadin o. Dede bia ma ho. Wait,
I don't know the asema ba.
Wo be ye na adwumadin.
O dey asema ba.
Wo mo mpe ne toto ne no a, wo mo ma na konwa ntena so no nkoye na adwumadin. Because mate say besi ne ye aye kasei wo mo appointing okra wonya nko office wo mo kwa no okwa no mo ye ni pinedo yeah, you can was a medi home komo why oh former military officer nana wutie former military officer wakọ retirement boys ni ye campaign bi ama NDC no Nadmo managing director North America me na mka join authority North America campaign wa mocho boy wanko radio bia so anko defending nkokon ketenkete anko defending 24-hour economy wankasa wo ba bia ene party di ba no from America ba ya ma Nadmo managing director ye the boys dey ba for position na ayo mu predo hey ye be di ho nkomo wa fridge wada akọ ye be ka wasem what do you say fridge wada akọ na afren po ye be ka wasem
yes mo
moto boy party flag kura da mo de mo husie mo ampeja bi se na ya ka no we ni na dia party de ba no na rebo menteme ho ase ne confusion na e form for ni benya ni nyina afisa ade we
Akwame
mo ma see was a party for no cannot relate with positions what do you expect
Sisi Kwame I can give you a litany of NDC party offices ayakoshim
o de o mo ntina o no mo nyenza
because of asmetra hakaya you can say there are some people Kwame o constituency wa yenim omo obi a native constituency but yenim no they make cannot pass it say obi a watena ho omunim no wo ne na ekoba omunim de bre anadu awia slaps waji and all this stuff it say Kwame send the pan say party for nim say osemasi na ba betimi aboa ama party na grow ama development asaba obi ti baby o seda obi to Jubilee House was
I said that company.
Just a good dream why I want just
Kessben.
a bed what me a party I'm an to this I'm an to be they be a me kasa asem we say kwabiti hwe party and yes sika fon kwan ye do omo party and no omo bend the hierarchy kwan ye do omo ye party hwe wo bi a wo sikani a oti East Legon what spenters what Diamond Hills Kwame what to the sika de buy no ni sika ne kokoto aba no
Nipa ne koye adwuma na ekoto aba no right
obi di the sika boy obi Kwame e de na ho oden boy de wo sisa canopy kra no o ka ho bi de wo hihye nkonya ka ho bi
wodem say obi wo ho no ma je party na mocho gbe no de akire
no de akire Kwame
float bia ko wiase ba bi obedi
o ka ho bi
work bia obeko
o ka ho bi de me kwa tese
yankobo posters obeko
ye wo mu a Kwame wo ti radio so 24/7 onu ado onu ne keska obi ama ne ska
omo aba omo ska bia
onu ado onu ne keska radio station ebibu kwa ye mpanyimfu a ye pana young guys with them it be did attempt in you obi kwa na ne ba chen obi di so onu abo ashaman
yeah
ne ba chen kofu bebre onu share platform but obi did attempt Kwame e ka for the chire no tete kata no
yeah titi kata no
they are mature people Kwame
wo manyinyini
yes omo manyinyini
omo ahwe omo awie invest
yes but they are sharing the same platform with the people equally to their children and I say
Exactly.
you understand but they are careful their child because of the party we don't watch all these things Kwame yen hwesa no ma no sankofo ne ka ho bi o ya appointment ka ho creative for anything that make catch President Mahama say he has opened the box of hope for people of creative. You understand? Because creative no buy no say me no party bia and the name me political party I join am creative person. Me join NDC. If you say me say ho de me kwa creative for your respect to mo menya ye mo appointment. O do mo compare eyimu a omo de no 80 year ni be kwa akotwe ni CV asa akwa creative ni na appointment na akwa ye the creative ni te ho
president ni ba no beji aboso
de make na what say enti me no me de be ko creative but President Mahama bie nani no won tire na tabel mu Kwame creative for the bi Kwame omo no
Kessben.
show obi a medical doctor wa bo ma party na ba power o de akoma na appointment wobi onu no ye man of God tie ni yo man of God no ebi kra na man of God no okuta master degree ni bia environment ebi obi a man of God despite so ye man of God no ebi no okuta PhD a o ye capable of running a certain your father's office and a send the no contact na wo be ka say wose won pe de make na what say Kwame mesi won pay attention to this enkofo bu no so because me dey bia me kasa asem we say
boys na dwa o
Kwame
I be boys na dwa
uko kumasi a enyenyenyenye it is only the skillful amwakohene and it's like
regional minister
steering yes hope and we put you to suspense munya botre and the oh he said this guy regional minister no we are redesigning the act of regional ministers regional minister nationwide
and funny enough Nicolic regional ministers are not learning from him.
They are not learning from him. They think that is just joking or your youth exuberance. No, Kwame. The guy is up to something. And then I'm a court say Haruna Dusu. Yeah. My father be running it. That is where I start the agenda or start your man. And this is not concordant. It's a real. Haruna Dusu kwaya. They are pushing him say be a that bet be a running it. A real.
When him say Amuakohene buy Asante regional minister buy a young man now or walk Kumasi or Sesame Jemfi.
Oh, me Koran.
Young
Hussein.
Just one spokesperson.
Yes, Edema regional minister.
Yes.
One will say other regional ministers no one more for one nam for any one more for asif.
No to damn personal assistant. You to damn.
When your party new, when your party new crash.
When your party na. Come here. Me say Cledia asba mi kere. Papa we ne bon. President Mahama nkona sorry dem hon.
Why?
Badu Kubi. Kwame.
Onye happy ho.
Kwame asma mi ke mo mu fani agro. Hwe. will be a what take bullets at the National Democratic Congress. Ever since a party the co-opposition, a bra political a man of God, no more support to NDC. Omuni na despise NDC. Most of them were opportunistic dinosaurs, and they decided to align themselves with NPP. NDC NPP second term third term and almost back. Bawku bedu kobi jine Kwame. Papa ne jine mwa me ye dinatam sa amana lose a lot of opportunities. At a point that's an asoro kranegu. Today, President Mahama ye catch bedu kobi nya happy. Prophet bedu kobi onya happy. Won bypass bedu kobi na won ko obia obaya obeka so obedi president Kwame enye ni 6 months enye ni 3 months won kona sorry na won nya bedu kobi Kwame problem se be back to play house na catch ro obeju o mse fru so because Kwame na jegezi wo bia nu ho wa bre NDC ho se na jegezi da prophet na jegezi Kwame bwa
last week me hu say wa posti some few ladies be few ladies be including Miami Nuaba Nana Majako of Accra FM say those ladies no abre for the NDC and he Nigel Gezi was expecting say by now no cause say must microphone so appointment but he ma wo she is rather campaigning for Nkrofo Yama wo mo appointment me ho no akasa so bro
yeah
but wono no de waka ne de na hyedi
waka ne de na hyedi Kwame eno no kire se oye happy
yeah
eno no kire se oye happy Kwame si ati hai adwuma abia obi Harris
yeah
Shebra wo boy NDC onu ade ne case ke koba Kwame wo koba na etire ye be ka kire wo se Yaman appointment then kofo be so bitie mu a officer dia no be fili ena dia me ka se na jegezi dia na me ka no Kwame papa na boy this ho bra spiritual and physically onu ne man of God atie you apart from so you see the puppet e dia campaign for NDC e dia protect NDC no wasa your be or sako radio ni TV so e ko defend the party no say ye discussion or psychic kofo or swing kofo mind won bypassing na jegezi tell you won bypassing na jegezi asori go usu ben pass sorry asambaba
we are no bypass list o na napoku
yes Kwame asambaba
na wa bypass BOT
and BOT NDC for me who supposed to be NDC for supporters did na tem
wamo sere no
mo di na tem so obada bay obi o wa raise 1 billion diama president Mahama we free and see let me tell you something obi a won enso NDC for work on this wamo work on this abo papa ko johnny NPP unu mi say tabana 2016 NDC beba power di na no NPP beba power na abo papa officially no NPP
yeah
Unza
no kanana kuna do party
yes no NPP ni
NDP right
NDP yeah no the general secretary come was switch ya ne Ghana gas
near tam the man
and tam the man such a juicy ye very say position and ye tam the man na mudu obi aba be join party abranti atena radio so akom sa and economic issues the party to send na timi church which say BOT and appointment bad ya mo be ka che ne so obada be meboa any NDC Kwame be President Mahama on sorry o na de nkofo be ka che the Jubilee House onye sa na tie
e form for na dwa o
e form for na dwa
wo mo dwa me ka asem jo me ana me mpese ye be ka ho asem wo ha because wo mo de omonye de mpese wo ye MMDC is no MMDC is confusion e dey above form no one can say you be shocked MMDC is
and then confusion ke sheshe
obi wo wa ye constituency secretary for over 3 consecutive terms
yes
4 years
in opposition to a government
why ye party chairman for 8 to 12 years in opposition party ni ko opposition no wa beje party no for 8 solid years edi ni sika abo party no ho bra aye party ni mu adwuma ba besise power yi ba ye say anybody yamfa DC any MC no position no amfa anye ne yamfa ama no budi amungu party no form right Ayoma Harris na yenkodi nkomo na nim se we de won ka bi mo obi aso nkofrefre no
mo obi ankofrefre
ye ne ba
Kwame ye nya asase mo sika Monday ye ntu ebo ase ne biem yi
me se Monday me ba
because odu di aba
me ba see was na ye the appointment ko ha no mo reject mebubo obi adi we will take your picture wo de be catch Ghana for adwuma na catch NDC for na adwuma wo ye nti a yama see wo na ye de obi ba
wo reject wo tu abrochie na wo ye nkwan de wa na obi koye campaign na onum se Kwame enkofo koye campaign a ya shoot before them
exactly
ya wo bi sika before them wo tu abrochie ena hwan diaspora hwan fa ho obi fa hwan
mo de mama monsis
obi fa hwan
e be list mu nyina
enkora te he ko radio so ye buo mu onu de case ka wo fa suom brother tana me koyi program despite media ko ebro munipa baako wona musuomo ene wogina wo matiri ho no na wo pepa no ho ama no ho awo asa no akodua so okay studio ha asa ha
kabore
ana me say hey na we mu ni na na sa party aba power no bi she baby se so do di aba
mi tena
wo ma ya ama o sa appointment ro mu ye nukude
se ka o
amu ba ye se ye de bawa ni abawa no because Kwame wutiribu fanya ntia wonku
zeze deputy CEOs no oba ya enfro wa na the letter na show nsem din enti safe na wo be pay appointment ni bia obekwa koye scouting no obekwa ne yesu wa ham wo 2 deputies 2 deputies nso letter ma bontinda enso de omo akoshe
ne de omo akoshe yetimi panu obi se aha ne yede ne ko a woto no ma osua ho no ma wo bo sa ade na switch Kwame munya very careful President Mahama
na onim Kingsley Amaleba
chale jejebi o se situru
jejebi o se situru Haruna Amaleba
anaduo awia anopa o se situru
eye me fe kura won ho no ye ne ekolak oba studio bia wo kura ho ekolaka
wo ma communication ye fe keke
na remember wa pack document e de agum na won san kuraka enti ebi wo ho a wo ba na oponse ya yase ha na wo twe ade yi saa ekolaki wo twe ne form saa na ode akora ne taxi ana ne trotrom na okọ Haruna ye communication ya ba besi ye ne Amaleba besi ne ya ye kase wo mo che positions wo mo ankai man
Kwame
Amaleba
Kwame
wono ni NDC communicator baby obekọ station bi obekọ bia wo shoot every day wasa branding homa etiefo no hu se NDC no ba mu amu akono enso na kapre kura e bi kura sa
Kwame show bi ti se alote
omo anfi
Charlotte
alota
contest ayiko botwe beboa promise wa contest promise mako 3 times Kessben ansa no opportunity awini wa ko general election 2
eze Amaleba minim so obekọ so atwe ko la close obede
ko
ye waja atwe ana
dabi ada so kutano ayi misiana last week misiana sia haya o bi no wa hu se wa o penteno no ye ne sese ziga no ye ne sese ena ze Amaleba si tu no bebrebe momoano Kwame momoano na no e Kwame make some sure yeti hai na Kwame se wa debia ya peja Kessben ababedu ni namwa ni ese Kessben ye wa ni se o abrantie bi abekan ho oba ye onya bia 4 months ni akokota Land Cruiser de amano how will you feel Kwame kare crowd dia ese na abe feel wonu omo nya adwere kwa benwinwin meboa wotimi mbie wa no crash ti benwin because ya me na jegezi dia na samya miase obi akwa
sad
Kwame na jegezi asamo ya ne kura yanka ne kura ne anya free enu obi ti obi wa ha enu obi timi no obi abibia bro obi ani obi abibia o Kwame prophet na jegezi mimi ma do kwati amekasa scandals ye dey sharp branding enkofu a akonkoto stories e dey for prophet na jegezi spiritual and physically how he has protected President Mahama. Tama na nkofobia. No omodi omano. You see here, words are vehicle. Words are very powerful. Nkofobia no omodu omano. Ekeka cases. Good President Mahama so onye president biemu. It took Prophet Najegezi, Prophet Bawku Kubi and na sane sanu omano. Spiritual and physical. And no more hefa.
Right, but that's it. Remember, Kojo so na Kojo.
Mr. Speaker.
With your crew out with Empire ko ani why na yendi nkomo na Bawku dia no wo ho. Ye hwe nim se Charles Bakati and in NPP ni ebe join there na yetimi
also krawa kami na napoku.
Listo.
Kojo
mamemra so
na Kojo na no say listo sem de yan kana.
Una so akabia makojo nso nkabi why na time no ko Kojo mamemra so yen shase free Bawku issues no na yen hwe galamsey no minister a clarify ne ho on the assertion say ye nationals no foreign nationals na yen deport wo mo ebi abeshase e de free ho amame na yen to so
Odia Mr. Speaker mami nyina kwanya yuso na menchia woni wahwefo na menchia mebra pini ziga nenu nyuma pa a woye de abwagana ziga de woni nokre it is 5 and 6 what the way I was a canonsem and the way we are passionate when it comes to Ghana's development and not only that Mr. Speaker we will be a sebi mabununa communication what tasha crime pass there is a big future ahead of us and I understand his pain and I understand munyina pain especially Mr. Speaker wonso the way when me bread the way I back up and down you know it in this area one bisa you equally be worried in there you have all the right to be worried about such issues sebi ebam na Mr. Speaker me call galamsey asem no so no Mamenda Krachi is fussy, especially the assembly members, both men and women, and the government appointees are more assembly who are Omabwa Amayato Aba, a confirm ya bra, miame boss, Mr. Safo Inketia as the MC for Krachi East constituency. Nyame enshiro bibia awabwa ama Mr. Safo atimi anya 100% confirmation. Ewa Krachi in them den chasronko and nasiye sronko every Mr. Safo ho at the break Krachi is for you, especially the assemblymen and the assemblywomen. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, go you.
Ebana sagalam saying we are abeje social media pa. I don't know whether you have been following it.
Oh yes.
Alam saying we social media and it is now a very topical issue just like the way it has been in a previous government. And I think say one of the reasons why Ghana for Etwaba edema the NDC the issue of galamsey you can never deny it. It is the issue of galamsey illegal mining. Nana asema kwa meka say running mate to Baumia eka on Peace FM Napo. He made mention of one thing and I will never forget, and what he said was true. Many on was it the bank a good year and Yamaye. This is a word from Napo. Was a good year and a chef for Mono Yamen and Yamaye. In the end, being Cassie Yebetu Yebekosua to a good year, I was say a good year, Yebekosua to Yen to that. But see Yebetu Quam Personal and an Adam is we got any here. Most of the time because of galamsey in 17 Obianya who be our mining Bia or didn't say Nipana is involving what illegal mining, which is galamsey. But we equally have mining which are very legal. A small scale mining and a large scale mining. Omo wow, Oma Jen Krata. Omo ye galamsey no will be Bia. I was Omo ye galamsey. But one thing I want the people to be charitable with us. And they say they have new man be na saya kwachiri. So in this short term no, I know see the ministers involved and omo penny apro power kakra bi dia gu omo nsam. So omo fan fight galamsey no, they are doing all they could to fight galamsey. And we will be a little bit charitable with them when it comes to fighting of galamsey. See betu asia kra. I've seen some senior friend surveys from Musa Dankwa saying see 10% galamsey are some, which that one is a lie. was it 50-something% say it is still at the same place, and at 30-something% and now 40-something% say galamsey issue no. I say Oma Kwama I improve in this face no. And looking at those surveys, you know, which means the government is making what? Is making a progressive improvement. Not only that, I have equally chance on videos on TikTok and on social media. Now, social media is also part of our life. So, if you want to refer to evidences, you can also refer to that. I have equally chance on videos on TikTok, social media, all other pages. Ebinumu time and also no, there were some water bodies that were polluted. As they say, for confirming say insurance ni asha say ete, which means say the galamsey menace ne yadia. Abaya started inside a breath. Yeah, and I'm saying you can refer to social media. So my evidence is what the social media. So we can check from there. Mr. Speaker, I'm Kofi Boa as the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources has equally trained over 2,000 youths. Water guides. I don't know whether you have heard of that.
I'm aware.
And also HRC galamsey no ya fano share the important post no I said you're treating with a very important hand. So all these measures have been put in place. But me, my worry is the Minister of Interior. I need to be clear on that. Because we have campaigned on that basis, Mr. Speaker. I don't know whether you remember the case of Asha 1. You made mention it here.
Yes.
You can't a plane. You plane of you can't a plane. You see, you bet foreigner. Engage in galamsey. Ni amana ko. Na Ghana ni ako prison there. Yantiase. To an extent, see, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama made a promise. I hope you remembered. Mm-hmm. See, some of our brothers and sisters are facing jail term, but are not the real cause of what is happening. Who can say something?
Yes.
Your mama can. Name Oba.
Obey some of them.
I hope you remember.
Yeah.
So if now we have not even done that, no cry. Now, Obia or your minister or interior minister, Kase, your chi, son your friend, foreigners engaging in galamsey. You bet deport to mama komu machine trom because komu mama nya hwe enye nukrum no wadi bone just become boa
yeah
let us go free eno many ono nya adwene we must we must sit again and visit that and work on it very well. I was saying because if you are releasing the foreigner to go for free, then we must also find another way in treating our people. If we are releasing a foreigner, a Chinese man who has polluted our water body, destroyed our lands, then we must also find a way when we catch our people, no, and once we in prison. For that one, we can make a genuine argument with that. But so because some comfortable, they have all the right to do that. So we will plead with people who have been entrusted with that particular power from the president to fight galamsey. Say, if they want to bring out communications on these issues, please, we beg them in the name of God. They should be clear on their communications, and they should make sure the communication don't contradict previous promises we made, because promises be a Ghana fire be automatically tend to a contract between we and the people. It is a contract between we and the people, and we must be very careful with how we deal with these things. So far, the Minister Muntaka as an interior has done so well, and there is no doubt about it. But the only place I make us say our communication, we must know how to communicate issues when it comes to especially galamsey.
But if you listen to the other bit of it, or say you beji womo so the excavators, any all the necessary equipment or tools are abiding in Sabbath, so they will go without taking anything with them.
Exactly.
I don't know who allow us say you bet media near my in this country. But I mean, would that be fair enough? I don't know about the stringent measures, no. Expecting it to me abaye. I'm a Ghana for what you every near my cause saying.
So, Mr. Speaker, it is the words we speak today against the work we spoke yesterday. Very simple. It is the words we are speaking today against the word we spoke yesterday. The fact of the issue is either we say yes, is it from who? You from who, and I see you from who. Ya chere Ghana for say, imbronifoɔ no yɛkyɛ ɔmo a yɛgya ɔmo ɛnya ade a ɛyɛ true of us yɛka kyerɛ ɔmo ba yɛ nuanom de yɛkyɛ ɔmo a yɛde ɔmo ayɛ den yɛde ɔmo akɔ prison ɛno kora nti yɛ promise sɛ yɛba saa nkurɔfoɔ no kora bɛhwehwɛ bi no mu case mu ne ayɛ den yɛayɛ ɔmo afiri prison hɔ ɛnti sɛ ndɛ yɛsaba no yɛ sama ɛnyɛ ɔmo na yɛ target no ɛnti yɛsaba no sɛ yɛkɔ so aka sɛ aborɔfo no a sɛ biribi no mu deport ɔmo nana a yɛ complaining against we can continue to deport them ɛno no Ghanaians will have some sort of doubt in their head. Say, are we really? So you could say people are tweeting and I've seen a lot of write-ups on Facebook. Say Galamsey will not stop now because of some of the decisions government is taking. They have all the right to say that. So I think we need to find a solution to it. If we are deporting the foreigners, then we must find another way in treating our own people. Then we must find another way because we can't. Sometimes our people, to an extent, we even shoot and kill them on sight. I don't know whether you have heard those instances. No, we even shoot and kill them. Our own people. Sometimes we imprison them for several years. And then the foreigner no free baby I want to krom ha. Abe ya bonika kraka say. Near say and krom for they should suffer it and the foreigner should go away. Mr. Speaker. And what's your social same way so? And to be frank, minister Nacho why pan and we should be very distinct in our communique when it comes to Galamsey issue because it is very sensitive to the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian. So we should be very careful with it when it comes to the issue of Galamsey. Galamsey the head 3 months a penny. We shared the way ministers and to your mama Kofi Boa no minister of interior defense in we are on the verge of solving the problem at hand. But quite so I be fast for Ghana for Bia Bube Junior, and then I was here then, and I was here. Mr. Speaker, let me say
very well. May I say, my main fast than be about my boy for na yentua so any and common pacho babina Eclipse collateral management for ase no pay one wada Roma, woman so abwa Eclipse no pay me more money na yenin komo oye japadira or document or property no esua pacho fa document no ebra womo de beye adwuma na afi womo tia commission ewo ho eno achi no pacho de Eclipse ye ni oye businessman businesswoman open loan but only collateral a ebeboa ma onsa account loan na Eclipse eboa assist with collateral na etimi aboa ama wonso o loan a wo hwe ani mu no onsa etimi aka anopai womo adwuma kese pa womo eye no enie na womo se menka nche se bra na oni womo emedi nkomo cheche wo ha womo kire womo nso ebeboa ama solution a ebetimi edi wadwuma no akone nim pacho opomo cha kwan a womo ewo adenta barrier womo be Med Moses Hospital no ewo West African Senior High School no wo no nchen hwa pe adopai oni womo eni enkomo na womo ebeje wo so numbers no 0543 832466 0543 832466 na one Eclipse collateral management eni enkomo na memfa asedane bi Emma Sharp Herbal adopai womo adeye the producers of Imbustable Mixture oposi ni na drone mpacho ewo dwama bia adopay se utie mi a Sharp Herbal se men kancho se obe boost immune system no mpacho wa ho den no ejina imbust so ene syphilis gonorrhea ana hawadwe a ni nyina no imbust ebetu ase e de amount oye adwuma kakra bia aya na tebre malaria asset in ana wo kidney ana se liver problems a ni nyina no oposi ni na drono ebeboa we pacho herbal shops ni nyina no eton bi anope baby awo across the country bia no okwa ose ope Imbust Herbal Mixture oposi ni no edrono anope from one on 0246208496 0246 Coming faster than be Emma Amalida Children's Haven anope one more other roman pacho o ye parent and answer o ye pregnant woman o tie man o pay ya pacho o essentials are will be here and kwalani ma will be here whilst you await the newborn baby and our child you know pacho ni nyina no amalina for eton be ewo one more aswe a fay throughout a pregnancy journey no maternity essentials are will be here say and near ma would be see ho so ba wo ye pem for no and opay ni nyina no amalina Children's Haven for ewo ni nyina be ewo ho a fay open baby trolley open car seat and our cribs a wode ebema abofra no eyiso a ni nyina no Amalina eton bi afi clothing a eno no eye safety gears ebebo akola no ho ban awo enkodimo ye be hye ne ntare a na ho siesie no ebedimo na aye kama ni nyina no eba no eye mother care product ahodo ni nyina no ampacho aha ene wo afi open skin care product enkuni ade a wode be sra abofra no na duane a wobedi ka ho nyina no anope Amalina Children's Haven eton ni nyina no ebi ewo wo mo asoye wo mo ahyeda design product ahodo a eye very quality ene wo de siesie abofra no ho a ebema wo ba no ho ayefeye pa kwacho whilst you are wait say obetimi deliver no bra na one Amalina emeye adwuma embo momedi nkomo na they have a lot in stock for you wo to niema edi from asoya ebeboa wo ye pa the best of quality there Amalina ana ede amount anope call website no eso www.amalinaonline.com.gh www.amalinaonline.com.gh na wankasa kohwe wani so ade mpacho o ankran ha obeko eye Weja main road no eso obehu wo mo ewo ho Kumase Amalina ewo ho Techiman obehu wo mo fra wo mo on 0593 921-777 0593-921-777 and after 0501-672445 0501-672445 obetime after 055-4215-410 na one Amalina any enkobo anope social media platforms de so nyina no obehu wo mo ewo at Amalina Children's Haven na wetime I like your pages no now your mwenya interaction ewo so ebeboa wo ye pacho Obatampa Prostate Center oye bema 40 years and above prostate no ebokoko afei eduana jo a oye obi a ojonson tentempa unya frequent urination obejonso empin bebre ansa na ade achia ni nyina no o prostate no eho etochima na eno no ana ebo koko afei obi wo ha or challenges with the start of urination Johnson aka wa wo ko gina wa ko Johnson no ebe che ansana Johnson no etimi aba ni nyina no o prostate no symptoms no ana ebo koko anope ko na woni Obatampa Prostate Center eni enkomo wa ya show rubber ewo bemem catheter ne dia show ni nyina no Obatampa da rubber ombe yi ni nyina no edi efil so na ahoto etimi aba Fifi Pratt last stop ewo Kaswa Nyenyano main road no eso anope for one more on 0553-800-678 0553-800-678 na woni Obatampa eni nkomo anope
the idea of the cars because Mr. Asafoma for Kabi or say ye be used to the taxpayers money so
yeah
and ye shares uncle phone with jail so there's no need say you be keep woman away jail so or church which Anton Kofu papa Mr. Asafoma for Kabi which we disagree with the man and honorable Muntakadiano Metiene Kwame. I wanted to find a way to defend the man, but in fact, you understand?
Me too.
Me perceive na some no what can I see? So
yes,
that
yes, I'm money be man.
Oh, Metia Kwame over and over and over. Okay, yes, I'm money be. Okay. Yes, I'm money.
Rich, my interior minister, Embra.
And now we're forest H1P. And now I said, well, your computer from Mumma, Ebrahim, for more security background. Because that is a you don't answer you. What is somebody who go in the war journey? Now, what they are better. Well, we do have to pay. Somebody I know we didn't know, or person about to us. Now, and now say, can I say, yes, I'm a pan. Yes, I am shame you. You caught if you caught forest or an answer, can I say, next year, pick up. Kessben. Excavator. I think I do say your chances number. The family. The chances number number CID. Monco DVL. Namuku. Wine and a idea of William. Namukacho. And they say three things about fighting this girl themselves. They decline. Who are we free Ghana be a better or the there doesn't mean as we did here, a very moon that I said, Piano. If I compare the Ura, our high mouth, now you know, Afro. And Minister, we did sese kura ya start efrefre me so maka try to be say sebi ye ya do say best sasa police paying biya wo Galamsey area biya no mama order say ye you me na free na ya fa for ko enti obi a ready commander divisional commander wo Galamsey area biya no me say who can me ka say wo kan you say watch o de ye you free home because watch na how to me fight Galamsey enti ye you free home na ye dia for so akọ ene ya me ka say police na afọ na do ko no so mensa ya hu sakra ya o se be you free home na sa ye hu say ye nuanum China for ene wo mo free amanone do na no e be bu ha esembole a wo je enti since aye bai me maka ahese ye chi obi a wo onye Ghana ni na wo Galamsey site ana wo forest area ana say wo computer fraud ye ne ne asebia na ye do no ko na since I buy there na the paper 107 asabo okuro of 107 92 China for and then Nora or match China for me. I think they are going to be about 13. We say more Hong crime. Now and we will be by the end of this week. The European want to go. I'm on WhatsApp. Say the bear, your cheap will be our Ghana in Libya. So why I want to say, what is group? Because the young say, or match or who suppose say, or what be somebody, oh, yeah, my man. And so
that is the Interior Minister, the Honorable Muntaka, speaking on the issues. Now, Utiye clearly or say there are three things Abino undertaking, especially when it comes to the steps Abino taking in the fight against Galamsey. The kind a tracking system, and I remember Minister said one more a day, but tracking system no is when one more tracking excavator no, okay, from forest and I say bush now you kochi excavator no to the owner of the excavator. Na wono either say wona oni excavator no in real time and I say be cry we a company or rent excavator no e de man crofo mo de akoye Galamsey no, then the law would then deal with you. And no one 2 and say and one more say one more de be deporting crofo. In fact so ye Galamsey now ye China ni ye Burkina ni ye Hwaini ye chewa ye be deported or mine no ni asembia. I mean, in his own words. And he went ahead to give some data and statistics. Or say, one more by within the last 2 to 3 months, over 107 foreigners. Okay? Nana, involved with Galamsey activities are air course. Out of the 107, 92 are Chinese nationals. So 92, what making sure say you deported woman or say a day before Ndrana or Kasano about 13 additional Chinese had been arrested. One more directive say woman fa woman emra and crime. Now woman prepare woman for deportation. And clearly this is what the government wants to do. Mami Entio.
Yes, sir, Kwame. Honorable Muntaka Kanoma
Kessben.
Which se uti ye pa. The first one was say, Ubi wo hono mo a wadi bone ewo ni krum.
Yeah, and we dwane
aba be Ghana. It is a say nipa no say odi bone wo ni krum na obehye Ghana na ye che no a. Esi e deport no because ebia na the person o kire ne say ebia na ne manfo no hwehwe say nipa no because was wadi bone. So eno abehye Ghana. Ti bia na ye hwehwe no. It is say nipa no deport no a. Obesa yebechina manako because there will be a collaboration between the Ghana and Abia Ekrono office no. If I say China, you get me. So that person will be rearrested. Na ya prosecuted to say the emrana wo mukrom no ekan. You understand? But the last one no ka say ye de o foreigner na say oba na say so mu ye do be kokrom. Kwame, it is wrong. Because if you read the Mining Act in clear, when the Kufuado free the minimum sentence of 5 years, 15 years, and the maximum from 10 years, 15 years to 25 years. No, Kwame, they did not say exclude excluding foreigners. Was it any person? Any person? No, it is only Americans, right? Is it Americans? The UK and we use person for citizens. Per their constitution, they use the person for citizens. But any person on the land, be committing any crime against that provision, it is against the laws of this country. It is a obiba no obaba be fomwa. Ese sem ranu ni di.
Our Ghana.
Our Ghana. Because
are they not happening within the jurisdiction?
Yes, I happen within the jurisdiction, Kwame. Because you woko China. High proposed courts. I don't know. Guangzhou province. A Ghanaian man has been jailed for CS Wakwakoton entry exit certificates at the students. Currently in jail. Our China. And now Nigeria. There's some Ghanaians obu jail. Meme papa danfu. Neba wo jail. Our Ibadan. Jamaica no acha say. Enti honorable Mutake Karo SSO asa babiem. Kwabiti. The fourth exchange for research obokokoye ya no say 12,000 your friend is a nipa good jail. As you foreigners about 300 and something. Kwame. We say Nigeria for the doors. Meboa.
Okay.
And other nationals. Foreigners no good jail, they didn't know more jail.
Because Oma from
Yemra. And Obia. Omo good jail no Kwame. E be a robbers. Armed robbers. E be a driver careless. E be quite a careless driving. And a do makogo. Meanwhile, traffic offenses does not go into our criminal offenses, criminal records. But some of them are in jail because of a driver careless. E be so see a duping. Jamaica no acha se wakwa ko dupi obi. E de na akwa ko to jail. No obi onu no akwa driver careless. Obi akwame, wonu no akwa ko dupi obi. Wonu obi a onu de poison akogu nsomu a. Yet obi akono makonya fibroid. Obi akono makonya cancer. Obi akono makonya skin problem. Eye dem onu de ijade ma duko dukrom. No akodu obi on de jail no. I don't get it. Jamaica atase. Honorable Mutaka Sadi we say on sabe redressing ye. Ebia when no opportunity so be chiremu ye amagana fo atia. Won't take your opportunity. Na you bia the next engagement bia obenya bia no Kwame. Won't take you opportunity to redress sasam na okan wa addressing ye. Na Kwame yenti ase. Say hey, what be betu galam say Kwame? Abe fire ya dia breye. Abe say your land. Am ye lusu ye second ye first spot. Oh koko. Am enkora ye wo mo munyen. Ebi ninsa. Problems galore. Ebi abeda ne terrorist. Necessary for ni nipa no ye cheda ase ye fa no kodukrom. Ni ye de kone ye janwe. Na se be predu asasa wo na ado omo buy so omo be sa de no a. Ene ya che omo na asa hem ye ja omo na ye kwa na ase ye buy. Ene onu ye say de Chinese for no ye Kwame. 1 week be omo repatriate omo sika.
And they call.
Yes. Because omo say bibia betimi yes. They repatriate it. They repatriate their money. Opa check ye research ye hesade. Womo tenase a the omo de be investment. Oh, ye de koto oil. We are the koto electricity. We are the koto nuane dia ba be good camp. Ye de ko ese no. Ye de beto fuel. Ene de wo ho. De me kwa chase. But the profits no omo nya ankasa no Kwame. Immediately they get it, they change it to dollars, they send it to their hometown. It watching no kwa olusu bibia charge oba enche.
Okay. All right, my main kind messages maybe. Good morning, Mr. Speaker. This is Ayamba. Kojo Harrison is a very good communicator. Tell him we the youth of the NDC says he should aspire for Deputy National Communication Officer next year. We will support him. Okay, Ayamba, thank you. Kojo Zawate. This one says that, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please, EC hasn't paid our monies after the December 7th election, people risked their lives to conduct the election for the EC to gain its credibility, and EC has refused to pay us. Ideas anyway free Sefibodi and Ede Abba. Ideas
already.
Yes.
Message already. Emra will be the bimami. Be personal phone. And a baby and I'm a TN na will be reading some message.
Kessben.
Okay.
To me reading now, Dr. Srebu Kweku.
A mark life.
And mammy or mammy message on the phone was say about to ya mom.
Binding
to ya, or they will also relate the money to them.
Okay. That's fine. Eric Kwekubu, the patriotic voice, said propaganda that brought John Dramani Mahama and the NDC into power will expose them. When things are getting tough, because we won't allow them to be giving us excuses. Ghanaians will not listen to excuses anymore. Just look at how the country is being managed by the NDC. Regards to Adwin Kessben John Boedu, but that's a new message. Jones Edway Freeman Soton to Chrome Eddie Abba or say good morning, Speaker. Yourself and your team are speaking the truth. The NDC youth at the grassroots do not like and are not happy about the level of appointment that is happening. The truth must be told. We should not shield it. Thank you for our message. We say, good morning, Mr. Speaker. God bless you and your team. Galam say we can never fight. Just as the minister said, it's a lifetime problem. People must work to survive. We should see how best we can do it without destroying our own environment. It will come back to hurt us. Thank you. Bra Kobina Edway Diaba or say the NPP should leave President Mahama alone to solve the problems they created. They created a lot of mess in the system. Why are they now complaining? It's only time that will tell our fate. Or the way Fridodowa Ada Ede Ebai. Thank you for a message. This one says that good morning, Speaker. I like your show so much. God bless you. Keep it up for saying the truth always. Thank you for a message. I also dear about. We say good morning, Speaker. NPP should never think Ghana belongs to them and so they can do whatever they want. The country does not belong to them. It belongs to all of us. If Reverend Intim Fojo was unable to substantiate his evidence, then the laws must deal with him. Solomon, Ediwe Frisomenya, Anna Ede Ebai. Solo, thank you for a message. This one says that Ghana is back. NDC, you do all. Saviola, sensing that one from Awaso. Saviola made us say any message, Mamemra Kojo, so Kojo, Ubeka Boko Diade Kakra, and now Ubeka still Galamse, na Mincho, na Yen Fan Rapia.
Speaker.
Yes.
I'm a Jensi and Quebec Revenue Team for Jasam.
I don't know.
I don't know because. Reverend Team for just over there. Mr. Speaker, the saddest part of the story about Reverend Team for just say the ways and manner MPP as a political party have taken this thing and how they want to tag His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's government. And some people Ebinu crash say 2 years in that and now cooking. I don't know whether you have heard all those. This thing, but I was see emphasize in to logical reasonings. Kakra. John Mahama buying by how many months in the year, Mr. Speaker? I did 3 months a penny.
Yeah.
3 months a pay. Currently, you buy and say yache some worth of cocaine around Western region. I don't know whether those areas go by Takrade, those areas. Yache cocaine be offer. Just imagine you find say no cre John Dramani Mahama buying and a cocaine aduma. Wouldn't say I can buy best action on say we cocaine aduma.
Me too.
Not only that, the security architecture government for me I feel all for me or appointing no for to better position. And you think he will risk that to be dealing with drugs as in government in power. Maybe obi di cocaine or na asa kwachire no or na asa kwachire nipa aban achi aban. No, let's put this to logical reasoning. So that sort of tag on person I'm telling them the truth. The fact of the matter, Mr. Speaker, that sort of tactics now MPP for using in 2016, coming proud to 2016 election from 2012, 2013, 2014, and they tarnished the images of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. I feel almost
officer we are deliberate.
Deliberate. That is just like and they want just to start the same thing they did in 2012 to 2016. That is the same thing. But this time around, they will never succeed. Because if you come, say what about said they were everything for the mere allegations, I will come after you, and then I will come after you.
You come after him.
Who will come after you? You need to prove evidence.
And your loss, and
who will come after you? Who will reply you equally in equal measure if you have no evidence to back the claims you have made against His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's government or John Mahama in person. Because we can't keep on entertaining this thing. What to Papa no so and again from even Papa no opposition you were still telling lies about them. You were saying things that were not true. Now what I say target Papa say cocaine abayin. What I say target His Excellency John Mahama say cocaine abayin. What you are doing is a tactics, and we know MPP. It has been their tactics from day one, and also near the building party no. And throw any of the building party. Into my say to gain relevance after the massive loss in 2024 election, no, we should use the same tactics. I am surprised that if our friend Justin Kodua will not come to the realization that the party is good and he need to pay attention in building the party. Therefore, he is paying attention of a reckless behavior of his own parliamentary candidate, his own member of parliament in Team Fojo. And I'm so surprised me who say a general secretary Justin Kodua also a posting Nyoma and a drug traffic. Who is doing drug trafficking? What now so 8 years? I and Nyoma sisi afa wa say I ante she.
And the one who no obi a posting Nyoma on the wall so.
Are you haven't you seen it? Kodua is always posting about this thing. And I'm really surprised. And then Kodua say yanja na nkrofon ka no kwa nkrofon kasa. We say yanja na nkrofon kasa, we shouldn't curtail people from talking. But when Adjasafo wanted to that interview, when you panel Adjasafo to come to this your studio and come and just talk about what happened in the MPP, no, Kodua sent people with V8 to go and stop him in his house. Mokra na mo report here. Kodua suma MPP for so mo go stop Adjasafo. Mo mamu studio ham grant interview.
Yeah, nkase Kodua na.
Kodua na stop it. Kodua na yeah. And then Kodua is telling us we should allow people to speak.
But we never says.
But he was curtailing Adjasafo from speaking. And the Kodua ni my dear friend of freedom of speech. There was a Jama man for come my curtail man from speaking. Say yes in Team Fojo, Mr. Speaker. And for evidence number on his claims are. Yes, ya tata no. Yes, for evidence bra. Yes, ya tete no. You can't feel so you are friend and about by evidence. Yes, you are watching a Rambo star. At least they say in Team Fojo if you are done MPP headquarters, people for you know go. So I'm on Yama Team Fojo member dance here. You could have invited him. We are even charitable.
I'm saying, sir, you could have invited him. You know the privileges and immunities as a member of parliament, you know, or war. And you could have invited him. I mean, through the Speaker of Parliament. And they say that is the right procedure to use.
We didn't say that's not the right procedure, Mr. Speaker.
But you didn't apply that procedure.
That procedure is in line and it's been applied. Even unless in the first, he will bring.
That is after.
He will bring in Team Fojo.
I'm saying, sir, procedure more applies. Say no is after when you had visited the member of parliament in his house, and the other colleagues, members of parliament, have resisted. Say, "Omoma and I be no emphani nkobebia," and son a more control letter the speaker. But that ought to have been the first step. And Kessben Moteki just to get him to cooperate.
The fact of the matter, I say, I don't know whether you can remember the case of Susu's case. Similar thing happened. Adiana Susu was sorry. MPP abayan small police force omo for Susumra. No so far adanse and one answer na o kan ho famra. Omo so Muntaka for the intervention of Muntaka at the church and can just anka Suzu anka be police for no.
And so you knew
even that one cry no. Police now know what drive Susu lost his job on the basis of those things. And the evidences to that. Now police for person muchi Susu. I'm a police now all guiding Susu ni Susu escape you know. The policeman who is guiding Susu is not a policeman again till as we speak. Because of that incident. So even the MPP at that time know what to do, but because they wanted it very quick. So they were trying to take Susu.
And you are also applying the same measure.
That is it.
The same
so I'm saying see, we are even charitable because when in Team Fojo started making these allegations, was it today?
Kessben.
And net 19 for that allegation. Why am I not so to understand? Say he sat in the premises of Joy News. You can go and watch the video. And Messi said, "So met me. Was it nobody has invited me? Nobody has invited me. So met me come not Joy News studio and then met me about channel. Aha. Oda question Joy News. Only something. Any Sami Demfinomo panel or have it just this Saturday. He made mention is if the national security can or Joy News studio say, "Oh my fan. Why is I don't know? Let me say was say a troll letter for speaker so." 1940 Nankasa himself was say a troll letter for speaker. So, Master, one thing I wanted the team for to know, say, it seems he's forgotten himself. Say position now or occupy the Serbia young position, ranking member on defense and interior, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah.
You know who was holding that position recently before team for took over the NDC previous RNAO position? James Agaga. What's in Anukasa say that? James Agaga. What's in Anukasa say that? Those days, Mr. Speaker. There are several security issues that have been happening in this country. But what is it, James Agaga? Are using medium of press conference to report all these things? What is it, James Agaga? Yes, how money be that? So that particular position, no, Massa, you need to say MPP for. Omo number of parliament, and Mr. Speaker, is what it. Benye ninja no mule nyo obia. As a ban emotional intelligence and information management. Nipa ne betimiya. I manage those things. Eddie a year ranking member on interior and defense. I'll be using team for your rather. I think in team for your should have been somewhere around education because I don't know why deputy minister. A whole and team for the deputy minister. So I don't know the reason why. I don't know what they see in team for the ranking member.
Now, Educhum Mohona.
Oh no, see, he can be his deputy ranking member.
Minister and the deputy should have been.
They should have one. If you need a deputy ranking member, on committee, no, sir, because that is where he belongs. We have people in the MPP that can do information management. Mr. Speaker, we have people in the MPP that can do information management. Emotional can manage things when it comes to emotional intelligence. Just look at the likes of Kojo Ponkromasa, Asemba, we are was a presenter. You want to listen to him. But look at what Team Fojo is doing. Someone who is a ranking member on defense and this thing. Kessben. And I'm giving you an example that James Agaga, defense. What in didn't say that. If this is the way we are going to go, a ranking member on defense and interior, then Ghana will really have a problem. Because he also knows the right procedure to ask questions, to even use parliament to ask questions. Okay, so Kujato, Oyen exposes, you know, what you say I've intercepted. No, okay, say I've intercepted that we are Mr. Speaker. Was it even I've written to this particular institution to give me this. So Okuja Tokra sometimes invokes the right to information bill. So Team Fojo has all those powers as a member of parliament and a ranking member on defense ministry to even write a letter to Ghana Airport Company asking for appropriate information before he even comes out to make a press conference. But was saying yes, I will take the duties of Abronye and Co. And I will do similar just like them. Now, normal one now communicators, but no, he's only engaging in gossiping. And if they think that will spoil the name of the government, if they come, we will come after them.